Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the American School of Hypnosis channel. I'm Rene, and this is,
Good morning, everyone. I'm Raluca.
and it's a beautiful day. And today we have something exciting. We're going to speak about the secret of why so few people are successful. But before I do, I want to ask you all, if you haven't done so, to please click on the subscribe button below. Why? Because it will save the whales. And if you can't make the connection, click on it. We'll talk about it later. But it'll help us to grow and it will help you to feel better. So, with that, what we want to talk about is the secret of why so few people are successful in life. And we're actually going to speak about some information from two of our books. One is How to Attract the Life You Want, and our most recent book, which is Wake Up and See Who You Are. And if you'd like to get a copy of that book yourself, you can go, maybe I'll put a link below. Yeah, I'll put a link below this video so you can get a copy of that for free, a download copy. It's a great book on goal setting, on self-help, on anything for self-improvement. But anyways, if you're watching right now, let us know who you are and where you're from. And if you're watching later on after this isn't live, go ahead and put that also. We like to know always where people are coming from. So let's get started.
Say hi.
What's that?
Say hi.
Say hi. Good point. All right. So what is the secret? Why are so few people successful? Well, we were talking about earlier what a goal is. Okay. And matter of fact, Raluca was talking about what is it? What is it most people think a goal is, Raluca? A dream.
A dream. Yes. Most people, well, most
I
people set
didn't.
up goals, but a goal without a plan is just a dream,
That's right.
right?
And
So,
everyone has dreams.
yeah.
Yeah. I dream of, going to the Arctic to go salmon fishing, catch and release. No, actually, I love salmon. I'd probably eat one. Uh, I I dream of having a helicopter license someday and flying helicopters, but I probably won't because you need to fly small planes first to get your license. And I been up in a few of them and even flew one, and I didn't like it. Matter of fact, I almost got hit by a jet. This jet was landing, a Lear jet. And here I am driving this little Lee. And my instructor's like, pull over, pull over. How do you pull over? Pull over, get out on the side. Not like a car. That's what I didn't like about flying. In a car, I could stop and get out. On a
Hmm.
plane, you could stop, but you don't want to get out.
You
But
get out. You
yeah,
shouldn't
you
get
go
out.
and you're going down. So we all have dreams, but a goal is a dream with a lot more, a dream that's been planned, that's been worked on to be attainable. And it's something that has to take action. Otherwise, it's
Hmm.
just a dream.
Yeah.
Now, so the secret of why so few people are successful is that they don't have goals. And the ones that have goals aren't attaining them. And
They're
why
not
is
following
that?
through.
So let's start
Hmm.
with some statistics. Okay. And this is kind of interesting. This is going to be an aha moment for you. Okay. Less than 10% of society right now, everyone less than 10% of them have goals. And the rest, the other 95% or 90%, my math ain't being too good. Okay. So the other, let's see, there's two reasons, A and two. Okay. That's how
Two,
we usually
A
do
and two.
that. A and two. And next, all right. So the rest of them are too busy living their lives to plan their lives. We get so tied up in work and family and all the other things that we're doing and odd jobs and this and that we might have, like I said, the dreams, but we don't have the time or don't take the time to sit down and plan them out. So less than 10% of society even have goals. Now, only 5% of society have clearly defined goals. Now, we're going to talk about clearly defined goals in a moment. How do you define your goal? So that's the fine line between having a goal and a dream or a whim. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Going a little further, only 2% will actually act on their goals. So everyone you know around you, 2% of those people are acting on their goals, and only 1% will act on it and stay with it and follow through until it's completed. Okay, that's a big thing. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I think you probably heard 1% of the public out there controls about 95% of the income in this country, or actually in the world. Okay, they're the 1%ers because they have goals, they define their goals, they act on their goals, and they stay with it until it's completed. Okay, and that's a big thing. They stay with it all the way. And we have some people that are coming in. So, hey, I'd like to welcome you folks, and we'll get talking to you a little bit later on. But thanks for joining us right now. Now, what does it take? Let's go back to the goals that 5% have clearly defined goals. Have you defined your goals? We're going to talk about that. And all that information, by the way, those statistics were in the Wake Up and See Who You Are. And now I'm going to open up my How to Attract the Life You Want, and you can get that on our website. And in case you want to, if you have it, it's on page 165. Okay, step 1. There's actually 7 steps that I have here for creating a defined goal. Step 1 is identify what you want and write it down. Think of that. Why would you write it down? Reluka, what do you think? Why would you
Write it down is very important because it makes you imagine it as you write it down. It's always been an important thing, and you can write it down even on a small card, piece of note paper, and carry it with you to keep reminding you of your goals. So that's really important to write it down. It
Right,
solidifies it. It makes it real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you write it down, you have to have thought about it enough to work it out, to figure it out. It's not just a whim. Like Mrs. B over here says, just confirming what Reluka said a second ago. Hi, Mrs. B. Writing it down is a confirmation that makes it real. Thank you.
Yeah.
It makes it real. So you need to write it down, number 1. Number 2, why do you want the goal? Ask yourself, why do you want it? Is it your goal? Is it something somebody else wants? Why do you want the goal? And figuring out why you want the goal, it's also going to help you to understand what's in it for you. What do you get out of it? Because we don't do anything well without having a reward. Why do you do things? Even victims, people who are sick, that are always complaining. Why do they stay sick? Why do they keep on complaining? Because of the sympathy they get. Oh, poor you. Oh, you have this. I mean, go to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, like we do, okay? Go to Dunkin' Donuts and get your coffee in the morning and listen to that group of people that get together every day in the corner and, I have this and I'm so sick. I have this and I take these meds. Oh, yeah, my meds are more. And it's like a rank thing. They go around the room to see who's worse. One guy says, I have one arm. I have no arms. He wins, The one seems to have the worst thing, that complains the most, seems to be the, on the top rung. But they're getting all the sympathy from each other. Oh, poor you. Oh, you take that. Oh, that's terrible. They get all the sympathy because they're victims. But to be healthy, you need to take responsibility. So if you're part of this group and it comes to you and everybody's saying how sick they are, and they say, how about you? Oh, I'm healthy. They go, oh, they look at you strange and they move on. There's no reward in being healthy. But the reward is to be healthy. It's the health. But that's why sometimes when you have these goals of being healthy and you take responsibility, you're going to have to change things in your life, such as hanging around the other victims. Success has its price. Sometimes you're going to have to change your friends, the things you do, the way you act. So, why do you want the goal? Okay, why is it important to you? Remember, the most important person in your life should be you. So, make sure it makes you happy. Is the journey getting there going to be just as important? Is it going to be fun? Are you going to enjoy doing it? I mean, if you have to go to school 6 years for your job, and you hate going to school and you hate every part of it, that's 6 years wasted if you think of it, because what happens in 6 years when you're ready to go for your job, you finally graduate and go, phew, and the job's not available anymore, or they outdated it, or a machine took over it. You just had 6 years of being miserable. So are you going to enjoy the trip? That's really important. Step 3, identify the obstacles that you must overcome. So what kind of obstacles might there be in your way? If you want to buy a building, I mean, is it a national landmark and you can't buy it? You can't tear it down to do whatever you want to build a parking lot if that's your goal. Is there ordinances? Is there town things? Is there regulations? So what's standing in your way? Number 4 for a clear defined goal is list the people, groups, materials, or things required. Okay, so what things are required? For instance, if you want to be a successful hypnotherapist, that's what we're all here for. Okay, what kind of things do you need? Do you need to take a course?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a hypnotherapist, you would take the Hypnosis Home Study course, which you can get at the link below this video. But what if you want to specialize in past life regression? What if you want to have weekly groups where everybody comes over and you do group sessions to contact spirits? It's an awful lot of fun, but you might want to take a course, a metaphysics course, to learn how to do that. Okay. You can see if you go to our online store, we have courses on everything from healing to Ericksonian hypnosis to working with children hypnosis. So what kind of things do you want to do? And do you need to have extra knowledge? Do you need to have a partner? Do you need to have investors? What kind of things do you need for your goal? Step 5, what kind of knowledge is required? So when I said list people, group, materials, okay. Step 5
Yeah,
is
that's
kind of,
part of the knowledge.
step 5 is the materials. So step 4 would be more the people, the groups, the things, If you want to start a carpentry business, you're going to need a lot of tools, okay? So 5 is what type of knowledge is required. Do you need to go to college? Do you need to take classes? Do you need a trade school? There was what's the guy's name? Rowe. Is it Steve Rowe? John Rowe? The job guy? He's
Oh,
on TV.
yeah.
He's got his
The
own
job
talk
guy.
show. Mike Rowe, I believe his name
Oh,
is
okay. Yeah.
Rowe. Anyways, he's like the job guy, and he was talking about how with all the push, the government and the media, and everyone's pushing people to get a college degree and a college degree and a college degree. And he was saying how the majority of jobs available today, the majority of Mike Rowe, thank you, John. The majority of jobs today are trade jobs. They pay very well, but people are told to go out and get these college educations. And when they graduate, they don't have the jobs available. There's maybe 20% need that, and like 60%, I can't remember the exact percentages, was a lot higher for trade jobs. So these people are going out and getting 6-year degrees and end up doing a trade job anyway, when they probably could have gone to trade school for a year to be a mechanic, to be a carpenter, to be a bricklayer, there's so many, and these jobs pay really well. They're the backbone of America, all the construction. So, what do you really need? Kind of education. Yeah. Okay. Step 6, create a plan of action to reach your goal. What's your plan? Okay. So if my goal is to get to, let's say I'm going to Orlando. Say I want to go to Orlando. I want to go to the animal kingdom down there. I love the animal kingdom. So you want to go down there and you want to see the aminals, right? How am I going to get there? Okay, so create a plan of action. I'm going to need to have vacation time. I'm going to need to have money that I could access to be able to spend on the way. I'm going to need gasoline for the car. I'm going to need to know where I'm going to stop on the way down, because that's one long drive from Maine to Florida. You're going to want to stay somewhere. I need to have maps to know how to get there. I know Route 1 will get me there, but there's probably some shortcuts here and there. Because Route 1 will take forever. That's why we take, the interstate. I'm going to need tickets when I get down there. Where am I going to get the tickets? Where am I going to stay? So what's my plan of action? And number 7 is deadlines and reporting. So deadlines and reporting. So it's great to have a goal, but when are you going to have that goal done for? Are you going to get around to it and do it years from now? So when do I want to have it done? And reporting is great. It's kind of like if I'm doing a goal and I'm telling Raluca about it, okay, Raluca is going to be able to say, did you do this yet? Did you do that yet? Reporting is very important. Okay, reporting is very important. For instance, if you're doing hypnosis sessions, and let's say you're trying to help somebody with, I don't know, fear of flying, or any kind of thing that it's an ongoing type thing. As long as the client comes back and sees you, if you have 3 appointments, 4 appointments, 5 appointments, they're going to do a lot better than if you just give them one session and you never see them. Why? Because if you say, well, I'm going to do this and this next week. Okay, I'll see you next week. You're reporting to me. You got to come back and I go, how'd you do? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? So you're going to try a lot harder to do it. So you always have that reckoning, that accounting. So if you're doing a goal by yourself, it's like, well, no one's watching. But when you're doing it with others, for instance, I have a gardening channel. Okay, I love gardening. And every year I do videos on here's the seeds I'm buying. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do solar, or I'm going to do aquaponics, or whatever it is. And people are constantly saying, how'd you do? How'd you do? And they see how I did this week and what I did. They're seeing the growth of my plants each week. Okay. But there's a reporting. Instead of me saying, heck, I'm not going to do it anymore. Oh, but they're expecting to see a video this week. I really got to go do it. You see what I mean? So I'll come on and I'll do the video so they can see, and it gives me more of a reason to do it because other people are going to watch. So there's a reporting. So there's your 7-step formula on what you need to do. So remember, the reason most people aren't successful is they don't have goals, and those that do have goals, they don't act on them. So somebody else put here, yes, thanks. Oh, that's the name. I'm not kidding you, folks. It's actually, see, yes, thanks. And action. Action is so important. Do it. And when do you do it? Do it now. Remember, someone was saying that a while back, Raluca. We're talking about when should I start a business, for instance? Let's say it's a hypnosis business, because that's what we do is hypnosis. When's the best time to start it? Well, when I get educated and when I get this and then when I get that. But they were saying that the best time to do anything is right now. Start where you are. Even with videos, Raluca and I have probably close to 2,000 videos on YouTube right now. We're always putting up training videos trying to help you folks. But if you look at the beginning ones, they're cringeworthy. You know what I mean? From what was 11, 12 years ago.
We didn't really know what to do, what we were doing in the beginning. We just knew that we wanted to do this thing. Well, we started when YouTube was starting.
Just
right?
starting. They were babies.
Yeah. They were babies, but we didn't really know what this thing was about, but we wanted to do it. And we posted some videos there.
Yeah, I remember one of them. Remember the film strip we did?
Yeah.
I think it was on abundance. We did a film strip on abundance.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, remember one of the first Star Wars, where they had like a black screen and there was these words and they were kind of like going a long time ago, and it was words and they were kind of like going in a small funnel out in the back. And we did that same thing, black with abundance, and the words kept on moving and new lines would come up. I mean, you got to go look at it. If you go to our YouTube channel, you have the thing where you could say, click on most popular, click on oldest, and you'll
Yeah.
see our abundance video. It's kind of funny when you look at then and now. Of course, this kind of stuff, like right now we're using a program called StreamYard to go live and be able to, this was unheard of back then. I mean, even Zoom was unheard of back then. And even Zoom, I mean, is kind of primitive comparing to most of the programs that are out there. It has like 320p, whereas this one has 1080p. And a year from now, this one's going to probably be primitive comparing to other ones that are out there. So it's amazing how, the videos have changed, how we grew because we started where we were, and all these other companies need to start where they are. You realize you can't do this, you can't do that. Any mistake you can make with hypnosis, we've made, or excuse me, with video. I shouldn't
Yeah.
say with hypnosis. I never made a mistake with it. But anyways, and
But
that's
what would have
how you
happened if we
grow.
never started this, right? We would never be here now.
That's
If
it.
we
And
never
a lot of
started talking about goals, right? If you don't
yeah,
start, we wanted to do basically marketing in any which way we could, and we figure out, hey, there's this thing called YouTube. But
yeah.
if we
Back
didn't
then, though,
start,
they had about what 7 or 8 different programs like YouTube. So we make a video. We
yeah,
were putting like 2, 3 videos a day when we first started. We were in Philadelphia, and we put them on every platform we could find. We put them on YouTube. We
yeah,
put
there were
them
more
on
than YouTube. Yeah,
Yahoo. There was Google. I can't even remember the other ones, but there was like
yeah,
probably 7 of them. And remember, our webpage when we first came up was hidden way out on, maybe 7,000, whatever, because
yeah.
there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of hypnosis sites out there. And once we started doing that with the videos, within a matter of several months, maybe 2 months, we went from that to maybe page 3, page 2, and then within about 4 months, we're on page 1 for pretty much every search thing, hypnosis school, hypnosis training. We were on page 1, and we attribute that to all the work we did with YouTube. So it's amazing how fast that'll go.
Still
But we had
relevant
a goal
today.
to do it.
When you do a Google search, you're gonna get the videos response as a because if you put the right title in, once somebody searches hypnosis session in Philadelphia, then your video, if you have made one with that title, will pop up and you'll show up. So, yeah,
Yeah, another goal we had towards the beginning. When we were in Philly, Raluca and I both had a hypnosis office. She had hers in Center City, Philly, in the 12th Street gym. They had like a holistic center in the back of the gym, and I had one north in
Ben
where was it?
Salem.
Bensalem, yeah, which is a little town, I guess, a suburb north of. And we were working our literal behinds off, okay,
Mhm.
to make an income, to build a business, to build a school. We had a big 20-foot by 60-foot long billboard on the main drag right just down from the stadium, the football stadium. So we were doing everything we could. And it was like, we were like the stress guy pulling his hair out. And you can see I don't have much left. So
Pull
we
my
needed
hair,
to find
too
some
much hair out.
better. And we heard of a guy called T. Harv Eker. Okay. If you don't know who he is, look him up. T. Harv Eker, to me, he's the master of passive income. And he kept on telling us, how would you like to make more money for working less time? Anybody interested in that? More money, working less time. Say yay on your typing. More money, working less time. I like that idea. It immediately made me go, caught my attention. Oops, I'm going the wrong way here. Immediately caught my attention. And we started reading and absorbing everything he could. And we made a goal. We made a goal to be, I don't know if you'd say, well, we were self-sufficient, but we made a goal to be able to do this, to be at least 50%, I guess you could say, passive income in our business in, I don't know if it was like 2 years or whatever. Well, anyways, probably about 5 years later, we went all the way to about 90% passive income, to the point where we are today. And today we're pretty much 95% passive income, which means we have so many products out there selling themselves on an automated process that we don't have to do anything for, that we can make an income whether we work or not. We come on here and do our videos. That's where most of our time is now, is doing videos. But we've made books and automated them. We made CDs and MP3s and cassette tapes.
Yeah, that was in 1996.
Yeah. We even have fulfillment companies taking
Yeah.
these cassette tape packages and taking the money in, taking the orders and sending them, and we just see the money in the bank.
Mhm.
MP3s, courses, group programs, affiliate programs. And it was so much that it was a wonderful feeling to get up in the morning to know that we already made our income and we can do hypnosis if we need to or want to, or I can go fishing. I've even done videos while fishing. Okay. So it's been a neat life. This is probably the best job, occupation, life we've ever had. Matter of fact, what Luca was saying, if you can go back to any time in your life and relive it, when would it be? And for me, it's right now because of passive income with our business. We've built the business into something that we really enjoy doing. Think of it. I'm sitting here surrounded by beautiful things, nice TV. You see my office over there. that's my virtual office in a virtual world where we can do what we want. We sit here drinking coffee, talking to you fine folks. We get off here. We're going to go to Portland and have a good afternoon. And we're able to help people, help a lot more people online than we ever could in person. But right
But it
now,
all started with a goal. We wanted to be automated, and we had that goal.
And right now, as we're speaking to you, there's probably 100 people online looking at our books, at our courses, at our MP3s, watching other videos. So this constantly buzz. So we don't have to work 60 hours a week like we were before. So, but that was a goal.
Yeah.
We had the goal and we did it. But see, the thing is, just like, who was it? Like, yes, thanks said, and action.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thanks. Yeah. So that's my story. And so for those of you that want to learn more, like I said, wake up and see who you are. We'll put the link in the video. We're actually leaving after this video, but I'll put it in there before I go. And this book is on our online store, American School of Hypnosis, and you'll see at the top it says store, and then it says books. And by the way, while you're there, you want to see something really cool? Click on our t-shirt link. I don't know if it says novelties or t-shirts. We get like 30 or 40 comical t-shirts for hypnosis. Great advertising.
Those are cool.
You wear one, walk around, and people are going to say, hey, let me ask you this.
Let
they
me
come
ask
up to you. What a great marketing tool. So with that, we thank you, folks. If you'd like to learn more about hypnosis, click on the link below. We have several ways you could learn hypnosis, from taking a home study course to taking a monthly course for only $50 a month. You can be a hypnotherapist, or our live course, which is coming up. It's a 6-day live course taught right here online, just like this here, but we see you, you see us. It'll be on weekends starting in September. So you come for 6 days, you'll graduate, be able to start earning a great income on the 7th one. So that's all down there. And you can download our 446-page hypnosis curriculum, our manual, for free right below here. That's our business card to show you how great the training is. So go ahead and do that. And we will see you in the next video. And right now, something I started to do lately to be able to have a happy life, I'm going to give Raluca the last word.
Yeah, you started out soon with that. That's why it worked out, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.